Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to write a chalkboard, a typical one for pubs once again. We're going to go for live entertainment and probably every Saturday, just to show you how we set this out and how we draw all of these things. A little bit of a graphic on it. We use Posterman pens, acrylic ink and also Posca. So we've got the Posca pens, which are acrylic ink, and also Posterman pens. Both pigment acrylic ink, which means that once they're dry they're waterproof, so this board would be able to be put outside and it would take the weather. Enough of me talking, let's get right in, and we're going to do live entertainment every Saturday. So here's the chalkboard space that we're going to use today. It's just a little bit of fluted board that I've covered in some matte black Signmakers vinyl. You may well prefer to use some timber that you've painted black. I prefer not to have to bother with any painting of any boards these days, so I use matte black Signmakers vinyl, but that's a preference. You might prefer a surface that you want to use, absolutely fine. You may also want to do a little bit of marking up to start. I tend not to these days. I've started, as I always tend to start, with a little bit of a spray on the top of the board. That's with Liquitex spray paint, which is the same liquid inside that can as we get inside our pens that we also use. This is Posterman, which is one of the Posterman pens which I use, and also Posca. And inside all of those different elements we have acrylic ink, which is acrylic ink that can be waterproof once it's dry, and it's the full title is liquid acrylic pigment ink. So that's what we're using. Pretty much stick with white because that's the way we like it, but you may want to add some colours. And we're going to write live entertainment every Saturday today with a little bit of a graphic. And this is the sort of thing that we would write at lots and lots of pubs. So here we go. Let's start with live. A double pin line for live. Keeping it nice and simple but punchy is always the key to this. Nothing too flash, we want it to be nice and legible and readable. Double pin line, a letter that we use quite often on chalkboards. And we put this one on top of the spray that I've done previously, and you'll see why in a second, why we use that if you haven't seen any of my videos already. If you have, then you'll know what's coming. A nice big circle for the E, then pull it back round, around again and across, and there's our E. It'll be slightly over to the right for a reason, and that reason is that we're now going to bring in our black. This is a Posterman pen, and we're going to shadow it, but we're not going to touch the white of the letter at all, because we don't want the two colours to bleed into each other. So we've got a little bit of a space in between just to stop them from bleeding, and we're just adding a shadow which stands out particularly well because we've put that spray on, and you should be able to see the effect now that we're getting. And just go around the E, and there we are. That's live, all done and dusted. Next word is entertainment. Now, entertainment is quite a long word, so we have to be a little bit careful of that. And also what we're also going to do is bring in my mahl stick, my trusty mahl stick. This is going to help me quite a bit to make sure that I get these fairly straight. They're fairly loose letters, so we don't have to get everything absolutely cock on, but as you can see there, just dropping that little there, and it will help me quite a bit. Again, you may well want to draw some tram lines to help you, which is fine. And off we go with entertainment. My favourite pen now, with a nice sharp nib on the end of it at the moment. And as I say, this is quite a loose letter, so we don't have to be too exact with tops and bottoms. To make sure that it's really accurate, we could put some tab lines in and really stick to those if you wanted to. As I say, entertainment, quite a long word, so we have to make sure we've given ourselves plenty of space to fit it in. It's one that can catch you out quite easily. Just nice, just got it in just lovely there. And finish with the tea. There we go. What we might want to add to that now is a flourish. And then we'll do our graphic, which in this case is a microphone, circle, couple of lines across. Just looks a bit like a scribble to start with. Couple of lines across there. And then the bit that makes it work, brings in a 15mm pen. There's a little bit of highlighting on this side. Bit of smudging, we love a bit of smudgy. Get the old smudging going. A bit more down here. And perhaps we'll add a little in there. Right, so it's live entertainment. Every one stroke letters, I think they're self-explanatory, why we call them one stroke. Another line across there. And we'll add a little banner. With our biggie pen. Nice wide nib. Another couple of flourishes. Just give that a minute to dry. And bring in the black pen. Right, Saturday. Again, a fairly straight block font so that it's nice and legible. So there you go, there's my live entertainment board that you'll see in lots of pubs that you might want to have a little go at it. Not too difficult, fairly straightforward, and there for you to have a little play with. Hope you've enjoyed it. Send me a like or a comment on what you would like me to write next, and also don't forget to subscribe. See you soon, thank you, my name's Steve Bird, see you again soon, bye.